a Canadian government spokesman said that your art could not be described as original sculpture. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Why do you agree?
Well, because it's not original.
You have just then copied a common item.
Yes.
Well, why have you bothered to do that? Why not create something new?
Because it's easier to do.
For me, popular music doesn't create any new values. It merely reflects the ones that society holds true at the time.
The Swadhisthana is the chakra of differentiation and refinement. Swadhisthana is the chakra of taste, and those rooted in the Swadhisthana tend to be highly expressive in an artistic sense. Refinement is the core attribute of this state of consciousness.
Not that it's my idea of the absolute finito. He's too prim and cautious to be my absolute ideal.
Individuals rooted in this chakra are likely to have a deep sensitivity to cosmic dichotomies such as pleasure and pain, light and dark, life and death. This sensitivity to dichotomies often manifests in the individual developing deep attachments to external stimuli such as visual art, music, and fashion.
It's an escape from a world that's too ugly and we can't control. So it's being able to create a world for yourself. And this album, I think, will make people know me more, but I don't think they'll ever understand me.
This is Rose and her other personality. This one's the Easter Bunny. It's more realistic style. This was in Rolling Stone. I did this with my essay about Columbine. Painting was something that if I got stuck or frustrated in creating something musically, or really just for fun, if for nothing else. This was an early caricature of Twiggy that I did. This characteristic misshapen face, sort of Don Knotts.
The Swadhisthana yogin is a natural curator. These individuals sample the wide variety of expressions within a culture and distill those expressions into a collection of what they consider to be the best elements.
I find that I'm a person who can take on the guises of different people that I meet. I can switch accents in seconds of meeting somebody, and I can adopt their accent. I've always found that I collect. I'm a collector. And I've always just seemed to collect personalities, ideas. I have a hodgepodge philosophy, which really is very minimal.
My first album, The Chronic, and the 2001 album, I believe I might be on like 4 or 5 songs. It sounds and appears like I'm on more because of the way I sequenced the song and structured it. I didn't want to appear on the albums at all, to be honest. I just wanted to produce, find artists, and produce them.
In this manner, the Swadhisthana yogin crafts a dream world of sensation, light, and sound. Differentiation is the result of the creative and destructive nature of Shakti. Those rooted in the Swadhisthana are often highly creative and/or destructive. The recognition of subtle differences in the material world can lead individuals in the Swadhisthana to obsess over perceived flaws.
Watching that sunset up there is a bittersweet experience because while I love the peaceful beauty of it, I can't help but think of all the other guys who get to enjoy that same sunset with a beautiful girlfriend at their side.
This can create a perfectionist tendency which can either serve the individual well in their artistic pursuits or lead to a self-destructive cycle of internal criticism.
You girls, you never give me a chance. I don't know why. You know, I put a lot of effort into dressing nice. These sunglasses here were $300, Giorgio Armani. So I'll put them on.
See?
This internal criticism may become so strong that the individual cripples their own drive towards creative self-expression. Alternatively, these individuals may become deeply attached to material objects that they view as a source of their strength.
I have 23 supercars.
Period.
Lamborghini, Ferrari, McLaren, you name it. I got them all, right?
Period. Okay.
If I want a reliable car, I buy a Toyota. That's what you do. If I want something reliable that's always gonna start, I buy a cheap car. If I want a car that's sexy as fuck, I accept that sometimes I'll press go and it will say no.
In some examples, the search for material sensation may lead to the use of substances in order to silence internal criticism.
I believe that when I was a little boy, I used to hear the old people say that people used to get drunk to speak their sober minds. I think that drugs is a way for people to, they do what they want to do. They wanted to do it before they taken these drugs. And the drugs give them the boldness, where they don't care about anything. I got it out.
Why are you always so shy? Huh? Why are you always so shy?
No, I'm not. A lot of people say I'm shy, but I'm not. I want you all to know that I am the king of rock and roll!
Of course, there are those who are able to utilize substances in order to control their consciousness in a very effective manner. Dionysus is a deity associated with the Swadhisthana. In order to silence the tyranny of self-criticism and facilitate action, Dionysus prescribes the use of intoxicants. Intoxication may release the Swadhisthana yogin from those inhibitions that may prevent creative action. In Swadhisthana consciousness, there is a strong recognition of hierarchy. This means that those rooted in this chakra may be highly aware of their position within social environments.
You're in social media. You have an Instagram account, a Twitter account now?
I'm trying to get Prinstagram.
Instagram.
They may seek to elevate their position in order to gain power, or they may avoid social hierarchy altogether if their self-criticism has reached a point at which social interaction becomes a source of great internal strife.
You go to a restaurant and they write about it in the post on page 6, you know. And do you like that? I mean, sure, in some ways it's fun, yeah.
In some ways it's not fun?
I know. I like to remain a little reclusive, and not be and be out there, you know, to be brought up and to be brought down, you know, like they do to most of them.
These individuals may cycle between these two modes of social interaction throughout their lifetime. The desire to remain concealed within a social environment is related to the realization of social perception.
Good evening, Andy.
Andy, I must warn you, Andy won't say a word.
Why?
He's not used to making really public appearances, so I think he'll whisper answers to me if you ask him a question.
Can I listen while he whispers?
I'll whisper to you.
Aren't you going to say one word, Andy?
By controlling social perception, it is possible for the Swadhisthana yogin to create an egregore, an ego that is given life by the perception of the social body. Skilled Swadhisthana yogins may even become an egregore through the crafting of an artistic persona. Swadhisthana consciousness is associated with the crocodile. The crocodile is a patient creature. It will float in the water for long periods of time, waiting for the exact moment to strike. This patience and discernment is indicative of Swadhisthana consciousness. Individuals rooted in this chakra will often wait for incredible lengths of time in order to obtain the specific outcome that they are searching for. these individuals can also be ruthless in the pursuit of the object of their desire. Much like the crocodile, the Swadhisthana yogin often possesses the ability to effectively blend with their environment. By presenting a surface expression of their nature, the Swadhisthana yogin gains the ability to control the manner in which they are perceived within a given social setting. In pursuing an object of desire, the Swadhisthana yogin is able to present a palatable image that acts as an illusion. In this way, Swadhisthana yogins are often able to present controversial ideas to the public in such a way that these ideas become accessible. Anton LaVey is a perfect example of a Swadhisthana yogin who was able to present dissident ideas with an incredible degree of social awareness. LaVeyan Satanism and the Church of Satan are sometimes regarded as possessing style over substance.
Anton Szandor LaVey uses as somewhat of a credo this timeless quote, "Remember, evil backwards spells live."
But it was the stylistic flair of LaVey that allowed the Church of Satan to thrive as a commercial entity while preserving the traditional elements of the left-hand path.
Shemhem Farash.
Shemhem Farash.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
The Swadhisthana is located at the tailbone. It is the beginning point of the spine, the pillar of consciousness. In this way, it offers a bridge between body consciousness at the Muladhara and inner fire at the Manipura. It is the sensuous state that recognizes the qualitative difference between earth and fire. I refer to the eyes of the Swadhisthana as sensuous vision. Swadhisthana yogins possess a gaze that is directed towards the soft focus analysis of their surroundings. This is a gaze that allows the Swadhisthana yogin to carefully assess material conditions. Analysis of surrounding conditions provides a platform for understanding what elements of the material are worth granting energy to at any given moment. Much like the crocodile, the Swadhisthana yogin watches for the perfect opportunity to strike. Swadhisthana yogins must be aware of the internal criticism that can lead to self-sabotage.
Another interesting part of the book, you write fairly early on about struggling to listen to the sound of your own voice. It can be difficult to hear yourself and go, "Oh God, I can't stand hearing my own voice." What can you tell me about 50 metal years of Judas Priest? Is 50 years enough time to get used to the sound of your own voice?
No, it's just, I don't think it's that peculiar. Yeah. I think because musicians, we're always trying to reach nirvana, and if nirvana is unreachable, we're always, oh God, I wish I could have done that bit better, I wish I would have got that note a bit better or held that scream a bit longer.
Self-criticism can be a highly valuable tool because it allows for refinement of character. But taken too far, it can lead to the rejection of differentiated beauty in the pursuit of conformity. Recognition of social conditions may magnify this tendency towards conformity.
When I first started getting into anti-fashion or alternative fashion, my reasons were to judge the way people reacted to me, and by that way see if I was interested in knowing them.
These individuals are called towards the expression of creativity and the cultivation of beauty. Swadhisthana yogins must strive to embrace their unique attributes and advance towards a pure expression of differentiated identity.
And I believe you have been titled as punk band quite a lot of times.
Yeah, even way back then, but we always said no because we realised it was just a safe pigeonholing, just putting a label on something. It's like calling everyone a rock and roll band. I mean, you don't get anything from that, what they're like. Mm-hmm. The name of this band is Susie and the Banshees, and it's different from The Clash or Stevie Wonder or whatever.
If these individuals are able to achieve this expression, they may craft a dream world of sensuous beauty and refinement.